Fellow lost souls, wanderers, adventurers and heroes. Many of us have found ourselves trapped in Barovia, imprisoned by the mists. The devil Strahd has incarcerated us here, and the only way out is to kill him, or die in the attempt. So, welcome to Barovia. The land is cursed, and now, so are you. Hello everyone. Welcome to our Curse of Strahd campaign, session 9, where we have entered a house with what feels like the worst vibes, but it's probably fine. We just aren't entirely sure there's not a vampire here already, but to be confirmed. We've already done our detect. What's it called, Elise?
I believe it's called detect. No, it's my divine sense.
Divine sense, detect vampires, and no vampires yet. Excellent. Thank you. Hello, everybody. I'm Debbie. I use she/her pronouns, and I am the vampire dungeon master. Let me introduce you to your players. Friends, feel free to introduce yourselves and your characters. Please say hello to. I'm going to stop doing this because they don't make me feel good. Grotesque Galway.
Oof.
Sorry.
Hey, everybody. Galway, my pronouns are he, him, or they, them, and I play Diota, the archivist artificer, whose pronouns are they, them.
Thank you very much. Please say hello to Ended Elise.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Hello, my name is Elise. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I play the curse of What's the other one? Oath of Vengeance Paladin, Curse of Vengeance Paladin, Oath of Vengeance Paladin, Mink, whose pronouns are he, him.
Lovely. Please say hello to Awesome Adam.
Hi, everybody. My name's Adam. I use they, them, or he, him pronouns. And I am playing Teddy of Arbora, who is a satyr / dragonborn cleric / maybe something else now. And Teddy uses he, him pronouns.
Thank you very kindly. And lounging like one of the French girls that needs to be painted, please say hello to Lost Lena.
Lounging starts with an L.
I need to start Craig. Hi, I'm Lena. My pronouns are she, her. And I'm playing Mari Mia Tinker, whose pronouns are also she, her. And she's a rogue, I think.
You're very good, yes. Lounging Lena. It was right there, Galway. Look, you can't be good at everything. Never mind.
When you said lounging, I was like, oh, that's, and then I was like,
and then I just breezed fucking right
Now
past
recording.
it, didn't I?
Yeah.
Thanks, Craig. All right. We shall make no reference to it because there's no evidence for it.
True.
Nobody saw
Except
it.
for the video.
Okay. Go away. Shush.
I mean, we could forget to export it again, I guess.
No.
I can clip it. So it's
I don't mind being
highlight on
humiliated.
Twitch.
Now you're making it worse. All right. Housekeeping. We are affiliate on Twitch, which means you're able to cheer and subscribe to us. Please do that. You can also link your Amazon Prime account to support us via Prime Gaming. Also, please do that. Chat commands, exclamation point, Discord. Why am I saying things funny? We'll get you a link to our Discord community if you want to see pictures of my dogs. One of them who you may hear through this stream because he's having opinions. Get in there. Exclamation point merch. We'll get you a link to our merch store where you can get cool stuff designed by members of our community. Exclamation point Ko-Fi, coffee, ko-fi. If you would like to support us, please send us money. It is what makes the world go round in this capitalist hellscape. And exclamation point donate. Goy, does this still go to the Trevor Project?
It does.
So please support organisations close to you geographically or close to your heart. And if in doubt, the Trevor Project are a very good place to go. Where can you get more helpful goat? You ask. I heard you. 3 podcast feeds that you should check out. Goats and Dragons, Helpful Goat Presents, and Dom and Dragons. Each of those contains different campaigns or multiple campaigns, one-shots, whatever you're looking for. I'm pretty sure we've got it somewhere. As long as what you're looking for is TTRPGs with a side of silliness.
Right, we don't actually have whatever you're looking for.
No. Like, we don't have, I don't know, spray butter. Sorry, Meg.
Not yet.
You can also find a bunch of our content on the YouTubes before it gets turned into podcasts, in case you want to see faces. It's very good. Okay, so welcome in. Session 9. Wow. 3 final announcements. I keep saying this, and I feel like maybe 10 sessions is the limit of being a new DM. I am quite a new DM. I don't know all of the rules. Luckily, my friends help me out. So thank you in advance to them, and thank you everyone who watches for your patience as I go, I don't know, what do you think? This is intended to be a horror stream and may not be suitable for everyone, although we do often lighten the mood, which I'm delighted about. I enjoy it very much. General themes today. There's going to be some ominous danger. There is an addiction mechanic that we haven't yet triggered, but we might. Vampires, yes, probably. Death of family members, non-consensual relationships because vampires suck. If that doesn't sound... Thank you, Elise. If that doesn't sound good to you right now, feel free to give this one a miss and take care of yourself. Final announcement. Music used in streams to date and going forwards is from Tabletop Audio or Kevin MacLeod's Incompetech website, used under a Creative Commons license. All right, let's get cursed. I think I saw a Chelsea poem in the chat, which may help remind us where we are. Who wants to read that?
I'll read it.
Yes, please.
Dull madness and a goth girl abducted. A haunted mystery to be further conducted. The cursed threads seem to lead to Strahd's deadly reign. A coven of witches conjuring and possibly stepping into a vampire house in this eerie terrain. Put trust in Lancelot, the best blink dog that ever was. Much love, cursed goats. We can see and hear you. Maybe grab some extra healing items just because.
Very good. Amazing.
Hi,
Chelsea.
Sam.
Thank you so much. Hi, Sam. Hi. Right. Where were we? Okay. We were in Mary's townhouse initially. That was where we fought a doll and killed it instantly because the players are all good at D&D or whatever, made smart choices. But then, luckily, I had bad boy cards. So there was another doll with 2 heads, that possessed Teddy, which made us all fall in the philosophy ravine about the disconnect between body and consciousness, that it took us about 45 minutes to determine which story of the house we were on and how to refer to doll Teddy and or Teddy doll. Good fun. Luckily, or unluckily, depending on your perspective, the players managed to solve the possession issue and get everybody's consciousness back in the right spot. And out of the philosophy ravine, we didn't find any more dolls. Well, no more conscious, active dolls. But we did discover that it seems that Gertruda, Mary's goth daughter, thank you, Chelsea, has packed up all her stuff and left by choice. Where did she go? Who knows? But it's probably fine to be missing in Barovia. I see no issues there. Barovia's a safe place, right? We discovered that Lancelot is a blink dog, the best blink dog that ever was, yes. Which is a cute fey creature that can teleport. And Mary agreed that he could help us search for Gertruda since Lancelot knows Gertruda. Is committed to help Mary find her daughter, but he doesn't really know how, since he's pretty sure she's either gone to Strahd, which is bad, or Beres, where stories say that there is a coven of witches who take young girls. So we went to Ismark's house, the burgomaster's mansion, met his sister Irina, and the coffin holding his dead father. It seems, based on footprints, boot prints, and wolf paw prints outside the mansion, that many creatures have been trying to get into, but have not yet succeeded. Ismark agreed that the vibes were bad. I don't think he'd use exactly those words, but he would explain more when we came inside, which we did. So we're in the burgomaster's mansion. Diota is sitting on a couch next to Irina. Graboa's floating up above, and the other three of you are kind of loitering in different places of the house. And conversation can follow. Would you like me to describe the room that you all are in again, which we did at the end of last stream?
Yes, please.
Okay. The interior of the mansion is well furnished, yet the fixtures show signs of great wear. Noticeable oddities are the boarded up windows and the presence of holy symbols in every room. The burgomaster is in a side drawing room, the room that's ahead of where you are, Teddy, lying in a simple wooden coffin surrounded by wilting flowers and a faint odour of decay. So as you're in the mansion, Ismark will say, "Welcome, friends. Come in. Take a seat. We have much to discuss. You are safe here."
Teddy will take a seat. Is Diota sitting?
Yeah, they're sitting on one of the couches.
Teddy will go
Graboa
over.
also sitting.
I was gonna say, Graboa can look at the number of seats and will now hover, but originally Graboa was just sitting like with his little arms crossed in front of him.
Graboa rules.
How big is Graboa again? Like, okay, so Graboa could be like perched on a shoulder or on a head or
Yeah.
in a lap.
So just like it's like an ink bottle, but then the
that's
magic going through it sort of made it expand a bit,
Mhm.
but then it just has little like paper chain arms and legs that it was just sort of like kicking off the edge of the sofa.
Why is that so cute? Yeah, I think Mink is happy to not sit. He's going to continue his position in the corner, keeping an eye on Irina, lounging kind of back against the wall. Does not trust.
Okay.
So I just want to point out, like, Mari doesn't know this, but it's pretty weird that Irina isn't undead. If supposedly she got bit by Strahd, according to that letter y'all found. So just a reminder for y'all.
What makes you say it's weird that she's not undead?
She got bit by Strahd, and what does the letter say specifically?
So
it says,
my adopted daughter, the fair Irina, has been these past nights bitten by a vampire. For over 400 years, this creature has drained the life and blood of my people. Now my dear Irina languishes and dies from an unholy wound caused by this vile beast.
And then the rest isn't
Et
that
cetera, et cetera.
important. But it's weird that it's weird that she's alive and seems healthy instead of dead or undead.
Okay.
Except, is it because she doesn't... Vampire mechanics, they don't turn unless they die from it.
So but like in the letter, he says she's totally like dying.
She languishes.
And dies. So she's fine now for some reason. That's weird. It's weird that she's fine now, y'all.
Okay. I feel like if this was in Monty Python, this would be the point at which Irina said, "I got better." But it isn't.
Or the point at which she goes, yes, but if you nap for 5 hours, your shattered leg mends itself magically.
D&D mechanics are stupid, but
It's almost as if long
it's weird.
rests are real powerful.
How does anybody ever die in the D&D world if all you have to do is sleep for 8 hours?
Inability to sleep. Insomnia. Insomniacs live very short lives in D&D.
Insomnia is the #1 leading cause of death.
Monsters also. There's fucking tons of monsters.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
you can get oozed to death.
Also, we should, probably remember that the average person has 4 hit points.
Yeah.
They could fall
Stupid.
10 feet and they die.
Okay, well, I think this is sus, but Mari doesn't know about the letter, so
I mean, yeah. Mink thinks it's sus. Don't worry.
good.
So Mari doesn't know about the letter?
I
We'd
wasn't
gotten the
with
letter
them when they found the
before-
letter. I don't
Yeah.
think you were either, Teddy. Were you?
I think Teddy was. It was just after they
Okay.
met Teddy they found the body.
Okay, but I wasn't, and I don't think
Correct.
anybody ever told me about it.
We found the body?
Yeah,
Yes,
the body of the messenger. Yeah,
The messenger.
not of
Yeah, I
Irina
remember.
or the dad.
You're right, because
No,
the dad's body is here, so.
Yes,
Right.
and Irina's not a body, she's a person. Yes.
Well, she can be both.
Okay,
We're
we're
back-
approaching
straight back
dangerous
in the
territory
ravine.
real quick.
Okay, so yeah, Mink will say, "Well, you said you'd explain, so please."
What do you want to know?
Why does your house look like it's preparing for an extended siege? Also, do you keep wolves?
And you said you were going to tell us more about like the guy whose name I'm not saying right now and what's going on and why he would be in town at all. You know, kind of everything. You made it sound like you were going to tell us everything once we came here, so
Okay. Well, settle in. I've lived in this mansion all my life, as my father was burgomaster. Irina has spent most of her life here as well, and we do not know how, and at this they look at each other, but it seems that she has drawn the attention of the devil, who we shall not name, Murray. Do not worry. This has been relatively recent in the past few. He visited us and charmed Irina briefly and bit her, and then left. And he returned and did the same thing again, and she was unwell for a while. And there has been constant assault and harassment by the devil and his minions over the past several weeks. Thus, the less than welcoming facade of this once beautiful home. We have tried as best as we can to protect ourselves from the creatures that have been sent here. We have tried to keep Irina safe. I'm at a loss of what to do, for I am greatly overpowered by the devil and his minions. Our father, his heart couldn't stand the constant assault, and he died 3 days ago. And that loss it weighs heavily on us. We are intimately aware of how dangerous this devil is. probably more so than many folks in Barovia at the moment. And at this arena kind of cuts in and says, and brother, I think it's important to say at the moments when Strahd comes, there is a feeling that I lose my own mind to Strahd's hypnosis. It is horrific and violating to be forced to love somebody that hurts you. But that is what he makes me do, and I do not wish to go through it again. I need to get as far away from him as I can, because he is pursuing me, and he does not fail. But I must try. I wish to be free of this devil, and I do not wish to be afraid anymore. So, I think my brother and I have 2 things to ask you, and we will offer whatever help we can in whatever goals you may have in Barovia. Survival is probably number 1. We would like to ask your help to bury our father at the church tomorrow. That should be a relatively simple task, but more hands make light work. And we would like to ask to allow me to join you for some time, to travel to somewhere else where I may be safe, further away, out from under the watchful eye of the devil. Perhaps the walled city of Valakai or the abbey in Kresk is known to be maybe a safer place. It has historically been a safer place. You are welcome to stay here with us tonight, or as many nights as you wish. But that is what we have come to ask of you.
I mean, you seem like you've got this situation pretty locked down. You're very safe here. And if you leave the house with us, we can't protect you from Strahd.
Nobody can.
Right, but if you leave the house...
The house is not
isn't it
safe. He's
safer
been
to
here twice.
Since you put up all the protections?
He's been here once since the protections went up. He came once, we put the protections up, he returned.
Oh, he can get inside?
Probably just a matter of time anyway, Marty. Like, protections fail, people have to come and go, food resupplies. I could think of a million ways to get through these protections if it was up to me.
Oh.
Not...
Okay.
I mean, they're as good as they can be, and they are good. I'm just saying that, like, there's ways through.
I'm just... As soon as you leave, you're unprotected. We're level, 3? We can't fight a vampire lord.
Nobody can fight the devil. But I will die if I stay here. And if I die when I leave, then at least I tried.
We'll burn your body if you die so he can't have you.
Thank you. You won't have the chance, but thank you.
We'll try.
You could just... Look, you could sort of carry this on you, and then if you fall forward when you die... Sort of a...
So just do your best to fall forward when you die.
Break glass in case of emergency.
I appreciate all of your support, but I really think getting out of here is the best option. It's the best of a bad bunch of options, I acknowledge, but I do not wish to stay here and further endanger the village or my brother. If Strahd wants me, he's going to have to come and get me. And I would like to ask your help. As the only adventurers that we've seen in town for some time.
Do you know why he's after you?
No clue.
I want to do an insight check on that.
Please. Feel free to roll.
I'm
character
really
sheet?
just
I know I have
waiting
it
for
open.
Mink
Do I not
to
have it
bellow
open?
the greater evil.
Oh, Kenneth Pug is having some opinions.
We're not hearing these ones.
Okay, good. I
Little
am.
bits.
Unfortunately. So I got a 16.
She's telling you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. She's not dissembling. She's not hiding anything. She is being straight and upfront and honest.
Okay. I have a telepathic connection established with Mink and what the fuck is Galway's character's name? I'm so out of it. Diota. So I think we figured out they can talk back to me, but they can't talk to each other with it. It's like a V. So I'm gonna telepathically talk to them. Say like, I understand she's gonna die here. She's probably gonna die either way. And this is going to... I mean, I know I've said this a lot. I feel like I've emphasized this, but we really don't want to draw his attention to us. If she's gonna die either way...
You would just leave her
I mean,
to be
if the
forced
outcome is
into
the same...
loving of it's not the same. We take her with us. He might have to track her down and she has a fighting chance to actually die from it. We leave her here and he slowly takes over her mind and body. That's not the same.
I mean, I just think that might happen either way. And in one of these scenarios, we're alive, and in the other, we're dead. And Diota, you can't hear like any of this that I've said to Mink, so you have your own responses.
No, I think I can.
You can hear me, but you can't hear what Mink is saying.
Oh
to
yeah,
me.
but let's face it, Diota knows exactly what Mink is saying. Diota, as soon as you started on this line of argument with Mink, basically just started to like settle into the couch and like lean back, like, yep, well, we know where this is going. Look, Mari, I understand your perspective, and I'm pretty sure I know what Mink is saying to this. There might have been several invocations of the greater evil. But not to be a downer, but if your main concern is drawing his attention, we've just gone into the house of the object of his pursuit. Do you think that that's not all?
We just turn around and leave again.
Uh-huh. And so then he catches us, torments us for information, tries to use us as agents to get into the house. How likely is it, do you think, that Mink will be complicit in helping him break into this house to enslave that girl?
I mean, Mink's not gonna do... No, why would Mink do... What a weird question. Mink would never do something like that, Diota. I know Mink just said that, like, he could figure out a million ways to get into the house, but why are you accusing Mink of this?
I'm not.
So you're all very quiet, which is suspicious.
This very long conversation where we're just looking at each other, and I'm, like, making faces and gesturing, but not talking.
I'm assuming there's some kind of telepathic communication happening here. This is Ismark, by the way.
You're largely correct. Look,
Yeah.
Ismark, Irina, I wish to be sure that I understand clearly this request. You feel that if you stay here, the defenses will ultimately be unsuccessful. The devil, as you call him, will get through. You will be enthralled. You, pointing at Ismark, probably just dead. Traveling on the road will cause you to lose these protections, Irina, such as they are. And do you have any guarantee that the devil cannot track you?
Yes. Because, well, a guarantee is perhaps too strong a word, but I don't think he can unless he can physically see me, because I went and spent an evening at the tavern, and I had to sleep on the floor of the tavern because all of the monsters were here hassling Ismark in the house. If they knew that I was at the tavern, they would have come to the tavern. So that's part of the reason that I think leaving is not a stupid option. Yes, I understand that I'm going to be losing some protections, and also, if I'm not here, he's going to have to come and find me. And if we move fast enough and quietly enough, that might be difficult for him. And I've got to try. I can't sit here and give up myself, my freedom. I'm going to do this, I think, and I would prefer to do it with some company and some help, but I'm going to do it. I'm not going to let him take me.
Teddy, where do you sit on all this?
I think that if we're traveling anyway through a dangerous land, I don't think adding another person to the group is going to make it that much more dangerous for us. So I'm inclined to accept Arena's company.
Irina, can you fight at all? Can you wield magic?
Let me check my brain.
Yes, of course.
Can
Take a minute to
you
think
make
about
things
that.
trying to hurt you dead? Whatever
Oh.
form that might take.
Yeah, I can. I have a rapier. Look. And check out this cool breastplate. Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
That's not nothing. All right.
No.
So,
Can we have some sort of like, if you're going to come with us, can we rub something on you so that the animals can't track you, and maybe put you in disguise? I don't know. We could rub
Yeah, I'm up for that.
garlic, dead animals, Lancelot.
was there a comma between the second and third item?
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
we can try that. I think our scent will be trackable, and if the devil has basic logic, he'll just track us.
I also
Not-
don't
Why
think
would
there's a
he
lot of
think that we
people
were?
traveling.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth a try. It's worth a try, because if he thinks that she's still in the house, he won't track
Right.
us right away. Versus
Yeah.
if he thinks she's left right away. Okay. Let's give it a
When's the
shot.
last time he came here?
It was before my father's death. He's left us largely alone since father died. I assume he's showing us some modicum of respect while we grieve.
I'm sure he's not. Are you sure your father died of natural causes?
Yes.
Gertruda.
Why? How?
Well,
think-
how do we know? Well, the house was under attack. Well, assault by these monsters, and he had what the general terminology would be the doctors. Yeah, like what's the D&D equivalent
medics.
of a doctor? The medics. The medics would call a heart attack. There are no wounds or punctures on his body. There is no poison. There is no strange scent. He was an older man. This was an incredibly stressful situation. It is not surprising that his heart gave out, and there is a history of heart disease in our family.
I wonder if Gertruda's absence.
Who? Oh, Gertruda. Is Gertruda gone? Ismark, you didn't tell me. It seems that Ismark is keeping secrets.
I'm just thinking if Strahd has something else to play with, then maybe his attention is temporarily away. And I'm sorry to say that, but it might be that this is a chance for us to
Get away?
get away.
And stop other young girls in the village being taken? Good idea.
So, if this is the idea, and Ismark,
Yes.
us doing this would likely supersede our comment to you earlier that we would help try to find Gertruda. Since you probably don't want us to wander to the devil or the witch's
Agreed.
coven.
Certainly don't take my sister there. Okay, well, look, have you got a map of Barovia?
No.
Do
Would
I
you-
have a
would you-
map of Barovia?
It's up to you, Murray. I don't know. I don't know what you've got.
You were
what
out
you've got.
traveling, it seems logical.
I think I probably would.
Where are all the things? Ah, under handouts. Okay. Look.
Are you going to give us one if we say no?
I am going to give you one. And at this, Ismark fumbles around in the library or whatever and pulls out like a small hand-drawn map and rolls it out on the table in front of you. And points out where you are in the village of Barovia, in the kind of southeast corner of the hand-drawn map, which you should be able to see now in Roll20. And he points to where Valakai is, kind of just south of Lake Zarovich. And he points to where Kresik is, further to the west, which is where the Abbey of St. Markovia is. And he says that he doesn't know where Gertruda is. He's going to continue to look for her, and there's nothing to say that you can't continue to look for her whilst taking Irina where you're going.
Where is Beres?
Is Beres on this map?
I don't see it on the map.
Right, one moment, please. I've got to go and look at the
Really
better
just sort
map
of-
that you don't get yet.
Really just sort of one road out this way, huh?
Yeah.
There is. Please hold.
But we can't travel overland in the forest because it's really dangerous.
No,
So
no,
you
no.
just need
not-
to know
Fine.
exactly where we are.
Not saying that. What I was implying was that if we need to travel via the road, and Gertruda presumably would also need to travel via the road, we're going to be able to cover basically everything west of here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So there
And-
does seem to be a little path just on the other side of this river, I think.
Where are you
Past the
pointing?
lake.
Just so if we cross west from Barovia, we seem to cross a small river, and then there
Yes.
looks like there's another path. There's a fork in the path. The main road
Oh, yes, there is.
continues a
And there's-
southern jot.
Ismark could say, yes, that leads to the Vistani camp at Sir Pool. That's the pool there. You see the little barrel top wagons on the little map?
Yeah. So that's
Okay.
Vistani were the folks we met at the bad vibes.
Oh, the Vistani at Sir Pool seem pretty nice. I wouldn't say bad
Oh,
vibes.
that's right. The ones that we met at the tavern, though, or
Were
we saw at the
cast-ons.
tavern, were castaways.
Yes, they are outcasts. They're bad
Outcasts,
vibes. Yes,
that's
yes,
the
yes.
word.
Okay. Fuck-a-doodle-doo. Ismark would say, okay, Beres is somewhere to the southwest of Valakai. You see where the river forks, and there's a little path that continues down to the left of that. Somewhere around there, probably is Beres, next to that little hill. Do you see?
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Way off in the west.
Yes, quite far. So I'm not expecting you to go to Beres. I'm certainly not expecting you to take my sister there. That's a real dumb idea. But if you're going to the Abbey of St. Markovia, if you're going to Valakai, if you're going to Kresg, let Irina go along with you. She's not useless.
So
Thanks, brother.
So the abbey is
Yes.
in Kresk.
Kresik. Yeah, top left.
So
About as far away as it can be.
again, but also just to just to sort of cover the rules of engagement as have been repeatedly stated to us by you, by Mari, stay on the road. There's really only one road.
Yes, the Svalich Road.
Before that road gets to Kresk, it goes through Valaki.
Valakai, yes.
So we're gonna stop through there anyway. We can see if there's an option there. And then if not, we continue on to Kresk.
Sounds
Wasn't there
good.
another reason we wanted to go to the Abbey?
It was the once Mari stopped laughing at me about libraries and their existence here.
Oh, yeah.
It was suggested that there might be information on how to fight evil there, and or get us the hell out of here.
Okay. Yeah, I like both of those options. Okay. So
far
today
is it-
we rest.
How are,
Tomorrow we set out. Oh, well, we bury your dad.
Yeah.
Yes.
How far
then
is
we
it
head
from here to Valakai?
Ah, I knew you'd ask me that. I was just trying to add it up, says Ismark. It is approximately a day to the Vistani encampment. And then from there, it is about 2 days to Valakai. So that's 3 days total. And then from Valakai to Krezik is probably about another couple of days. So
You have horses you can equip us with?
I do not. No, this village is not rich. You could certainly ask the Vistani at Serpool are known horse traders. You could certainly ask them.
Do we have anything to trade with the Vistani there?
I don't know. Do you have any money?
I'm
Any loot?
asking you because we're taking your sister to Valakai.
Oh. Ha. You think I have things to give you that you can use to trade?
Well, you are the burgomaster.
No, I'm the burgomaster's son.
Yeah, okay.
He's dead.
So how does that work? Are you having elections or?
Yeah, right? Don't you just inherit the role?
I think
Oh.
that is likely that I will act as burgomaster. But we do need to have a town meeting, and at the moment, with all of the things coming to the village after Irina, the town populace has not been keen to do that.
So you're saying it's a problem of low voter turnout?
Yes, and we have what's the word? Like a threshold of the minimum number of voters required.
A quorum?
You have
Quorum.
You require a quorum? Okay.
Yes.
Hello. Is he
So many
still?
opinions.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
He's just really in his
Cool.
feelings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
rest for the night.
So yes.
Bury your dad.
Yes.
Do we just bury him today?
Yeah.
The day is young. Like, I don't.
Yes, what
It's
preparations have been
early
made
evening.
with the body so far?
We put him in a coffin. We've put some flowers on it. That's about it.
Are you having a memorial service tomorrow? Did you send out invitations or an announcement? Is this guy going to show up to pay his respects?
Well, no, we haven't sent out any invitations. I don't intend to. I don't want to give Strahd an opportunity to do exactly that. Burials in Barovia are often perfunctory. Death is a common companion. So I think it's best that we just get it over with.
Are we
I'd
burying
like
him
to.
somewhere on hallowed ground?
Yes, in the churchyard.
Could I spend a few moments with the body?
Gladly, if you wish to. It's Oh no, I'm stuck in a handout. It's this room up here, if you can see my ping.
I
That's where you
have some
cannot.
experience in performing funereal rites. Do you mind if I do that for your father?
No, we would be delighted. And in the morning when we go to bury him, the town priest Donovich agreed to conduct a ceremony, but I'm sure he would welcome your input. He's a lovely man.
What's the priest's name?
Donovich.
And what's the name of the town we're in?
Barovia.
Barovia.
You're in the
It's the town of Barovia in the land of Barovia, ruled over by Strahd Barovia.
No. Don't worry. We get him involved in later geography. Strahd von Zarevich of Lake Zarevich.
Lake Zarevich. Exactly, yes.
Well, Teddy would excuse himself into this side room to just kind of take a look at the body. Was the coffin open or closed?
It is closed, but it is not sealed. So if you want to pop the lid off and have a look, you may.
Yeah.
Gonna be stinky.
Teddy will
3
open.
days. Yeah. You wanna inspect that corpse?
Yeah. I mean, Teddy's mainly curious. I don't know if how likely there's even a way to like determine this, but I mean they made a big point. Ismark and Arena claimed that this is just a heart attack that happened during like an attack on the house.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, Teddy would like to kind of try to get a sense, like if he can get a sense of whether there are any lingering like magical effects or anything around his body, or like judging from his body, like I don't know, some kind of CSI shit, but like with Arcana.
Cause of death. Okay. So if you wanted to look at the body to work out how he died, I'd let you do a medicine. If you wanted to look for lingering magical effects or other magical business, I'd let you do an Arcana.
Can I start with medicine and then
Sure, you can.
do?
Okay.
13.
13. That's all right. So you're looking at this body, and you're not like a medic through and through, but you have had some medical training. And so Kolyan Indirovich is not a young man, and he doesn't look like he's a particularly healthy man, shall we say. There are no obvious wounds or injuries on his body. If you hadn't been told that he'd had kind of like a seizure or a heart attack, you might have thought that he just died of like slightly early old age, but it seems like a very natural causes kind of death.
Okay. And yeah, Teddy would then try to get a read on any kind of arcanic influence in the body.
Yeah,
Teddy,
you can roll that.
If you don't mind, I keep forgetting I have Firbolg magic, which lets me cast detect magic once for free. So Teddy, if you want me to, I can also do that.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, I cast detect magic and look at the body.
There is no magic.
Nothing.
Very, very mundane.
I mean, I don't know that rules anything out necessarily, but it's more information than we had, so
I guess, I mean, But so, like, I mean, Teddy's not looking for the presence of magic currently. He's looking for like signs of
If there was a magical effect that
at
affected
the
Kolyan
time
and
of death.
Dirovich.
Like what so he can see the medical. He gets a sense of the medical manifestation of what the death was, but like
Yeah.
he's like in his experience with Arcana, like can he perceive any signs of magical influence from 3 days ago?
That would be difficult from 3 days ago. Any kind of, because there's no lingering magic now. Mink's detect magic has told you that there's nothing hanging around now. You are welcome to roll an Arcana. It will be slightly harder than the medicine check, but by all means, give it a red hot shot.
Yeah, 14.
Okay, so it's difficult. You're not really sure because it's been 3 days. There's obviously no lingering magic effect now, but you're not sure that there wasn't at the time. If there was, it hasn't left a trace of kind of evidence of anything.
Sure.
So you're not sure.
Okay. And so then, much like in the house, I mean, Teddy would certainly be interested in doing the ceremony spell functionally is supposed to like keep a corpse from turning undead or something, which I don't think is a concern with this, but for flavor, yeah, Teddy would be planning to do a funeral rite either tonight or tomorrow.
I think if you're going to offer that, now, does the turning it undead effect of the ceremony spell last forever?
It lasts for 7 days.
I would think if you're going to offer that, Ismark and Irina would take you up on it, and they would suggest that you do it tonight, because tomorrow the body's going to be buried on hallowed ground, which should solve that problem, and you'll get your spell slot back tomorrow. So it doesn't really cost you anything if you're going to go to bed here in the shortly distant future.
All right. Yeah, he would offer that, and if they want to be like in the room when he does it, they're certainly welcome to be.
Yeah, I think everyone, Ismark and Irina would certainly gather up if you're going to do a little ceremony for their dad.
Yeah. We'll do that. Be silently.
That would be lovely. Do you want to describe a little bit about like what that looks like or how it feels or the vibe of it?
Well, Teddy has. What does Teddy have? He has a priest's pack and some incense. So he would just light some incense over the body and just kind of wave the scent around, smoke, and murmur a little prayer to Echthiarn, even if Echthiarn cannot hear in this place. But yeah, short, simple, sweet, nothing fancy.
Lovely. And I think as you're doing that, Irina and Ismark stand there quietly. And when you finish, you look at them and they're both silently crying.
You were close with your father?
Ismark wipes away the tears and says, "Yes, extremely. He was a good man in a really shitty place. He has extremely large shoes to fill."
Well, I'm sure he's equipped you to fill them, and he'll be proud of you when you do.
That is kind of you to say so. I guess time will tell. Would you like me to show you to the guest rooms that we have available? It's not much, but you will
Yes.
be welcome here.
Will this be Teddy's first time like getting a normal night's sleep since escaping the
I
food
reckon
house?
so. Yeah, yeah. This is your first rest since the house.
And
well,
since
no,
since dying.
being yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, Teddy's looking forward to maybe getting
A
some
good
Have
night's
we-
sleep.
Yeah, have we this is the same day as Teddy's weird resurrection? Or like
So
a couple days later?
No, the same. So Teddy resurrected kind of overnight, and the night that you
Yeah.
camped outside the house,
and
and
then
this is the next day. This is like
the next
later
day.
the next day. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I might also, like, when Ismark says, like, should I show you to rooms, say, like, yeah, and maybe the four of us could just sit down together for a minute, because it's been a weird day and I feel like we maybe
Right.
have a few things to process.
And
By
maybe
all
we could all
means.
sleep in the same room and stare at each other while we
No.
sleep.
I'd like a
Oh.
bed, but I would
Okay.
like to talk to all of you first. Just
Okay.
talk,
Sure.
right?
Yeah, let's have a chat about meat pies.
Oh God.
Of course. How's this? Irina and I will go into the kitchen and prepare what we've got, which will be some kind of stew and bread, I imagine.
Right.
And you can I'll show you where the rooms are, then we'll go and cook something, and then you can sit in your rooms or sit in the sitting room, and we'll leave you in peace for probably like an hour or so. You can have the conversation, and then we'll have some dinner, and then you can go to bed, have a good night's sleep, in what comfort it is that we can offer.
Thank you. That sounds good.
Okay. So Ismark will show you upstairs, and it's not like fancy pants, but there are
Yeah.
sort of 4 guest rooms that have beds in, and a bathroom where you can have a wash if you want. And then Irina and Ismark obviously have rooms, and there's their father's room that is unoccupied. And the house is, sort of a number of stories tall, as many stories as you would need to fit these number of rooms in, or as you may wish to count. We're not going to get into that. I don't have a map for further floors of the house. I don't think we need it, but you can.
Yeah, we'll just post up in one of the rooms, maybe.
Mhm.
So we know where we have some privacy. Teddy, how are you feeling? You were fully dead 24 hours ago, and I'm just we haven't had a chance to do anything today related to that, and I
You also
feel
have
like
scales now.
yeah, like I'm just, I don't know. How are you feeling?
Remarkably acclimated. At first, last night, I felt achy all over, and it felt like that could go on for who knows how long, but I feel strong.
You mean when you were dead you felt achy all over?
No, when I first
Not dead.
re-arrived.
Okay.
It has not taken long for me to feel at home in this version of my body, and the scales are kind of cool.
Yeah. Okay.
It is taking more effort for me to remain calm, I think, strangely enough. But
Speak on that.
I don't know how to. I feel like I have a lot of energy to put somewhere,
Mhm.
And right now I'm channeling it into being very intentionally calm. And if I wasn't doing that, I think maybe I would need to be doing something else.
Okay.
And they'll kind of just kind of like stretching and cracking his knuckles and looking at his body. Yeah. Uh, but I'm good. I feel good.
Yeah. And Deota, should we talk about your
Oh, that's creepy as shit.
there's a lot of creepy as shit stuff going on. How's your arm?
Apparently fine. I don't know. Well, I can surmise that what caused it was invoking the power in the amulet, but I don't know why or what it means. It it hurt at first. Felt numb almost, or that the kind of numb and burning that comes from if your skin is exposed to the cold too long. But since then, since we rested, it feels fine. I don't. The gray is a little disquieting, as is the
It hasn't
decoloration
spread at
of
all
ink.
or made you feel
They'll roll their sleeve back, and it's right where it looked like before, sort of cutting off at like mid forearm.
okay.
No, not apparently. I don't know what this is. I don't. I I forget. Did I explain to you all the pendant?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you said that there's a great ancient evil in it or associated with it. And somebody that you cared about was tasked with taking care of it, and now you are for some reason.
My friend guarded the pendant, and
Right.
when he died, I agreed to take on that mantle
Right.
to do so. But I don't know how much he knew about it, but I almost certainly know less than he did. I know basically no more than I've told you. I honestly sort of try to avoid thinking about it most of the time. I have not examined it with magic. I just seemed like a bad idea. In the interests of full disclosure, when we were outside the house before the dolls attacked us, not this house, Gertruda's house, I heard a voice in my head that claimed to be a force for good, encouraging me to use the pendant wisely and the like. And I don't know if that is true, nor I do not know if the voice was who it claimed to be. And even if it was, I'm disinclined to try to use the pendant further. Because this, not great.
Yeah. I think another use of the pendant would only make that worse, and we don't know what that is.
Yes.
But it looks bad.
Yeah, I am unclear. I will continue to monitor it and see if I feel any difference in my energies or abilities, but so far, not.
And tell us if you hear the voice again.
I will.
Did you recognize the voice?
Yes. The voice claimed to be, and in sound, pitch, timbre, diction, was that of Corellan Letharian. But
Would I know who that, like, would I, as a Barovian, do I know of do I know that god?
I don't know.
Debbie, like, okay, this is your world. Is there religion from their world in Barovia?
Well, in the town of Doom, there are a number of adventurers from many different worlds, and so it would be reasonable that there would be some worshippers of many different gods in that place. So, I think you could roll a religion to know if you know that person. I don't think it would be included in standard Barovian education.
I'll do that.
Tota, you know what the voice of a god sounds like?
I rolled a 2. I don't know that person.
Mari's not very curious about the people in her town. Yes.
You can
Wait,
recognize.
this is a god? Is this your god?
Not my god, but
It's the
an
god,
important
Yota?
one.
the high elves.
Hmm.
I'm assuming Teddy would know that name.
I would hesitate to refer to him as my god. He was my friend's god. It was he who charged him with guarding the pendant. And when my friend died, he ratified my accepting the compact. I do not know if you all have noticed, but sometimes when I cast spells, they're not through my talisman. That when I bless you all or protect you from outside dangers, those spells are a part of the compact. They are gifts from Corellan Letharian. Is this expression for something that's going on behind you that we can't hear?
The dog is standing behind me whining. Sorry.
I can hear her. I heard her.
She's been doing this lately where she stands at the bottom of the stairs and then cries, and I'm like, what? So that's what she's doing.
Baby.
Dogs, man, they're really messing with our shit today.
They are really messing with our shit today. I'm sorry. Okay. And remind me, Teddy, your god is who?
Ektiarn.
Ektion, which is I don't know that god. Elise doesn't know that god. Sorry. Offhand. Action.
It's E-K. Well, no, that's my. Sorry. I'm thinking of my phonetic spelling out. So phonetically, it's Ektr is how you pronounce it, but it's spelled EACH
E-A-C-H.
THIGHERN.
Got it.
This fucking Welsh or something?
Lord of Unicorns!
It's the Fey god of healing, and also yes, the
Okay.
god of unicorns.
Okay,
Which is ironic
got it.
because he's the main god of Pegasi.
But it's both. It's unicorns and Pegasi.
It's
Yeah.
both. It's both.
Acting. Okay. Okay. So okay. All right. Okay. Okay. You talk to gods. Teddy comes back from the
Not
dead.
willingly.
It's okay. Mari,
Mink,
any
how are you?
ground
How are you
shattering?
feeling? Are you feeling okay, Mink?
Yeah.
Sure about that, buddy?
I Yep. There I mean Teddy's alive. That's more than we could have.
48 hours ago, you and I were on a caravan in a different world going
Well, yeah, I mean,
someplace.
Okay. True.
Teddy,
I'm-
you just tried to steal
I'm
my card.
sorry. I'm sorry. When my window is not full screen, what looks like my deck of cards is actually somebody else's. So everything shifts around.
So, how are you doing?
You seem stressed.
I think we're all stressed. I think this is a stressful situation. I would like to eat and sleep. I think that will help us all. But in all the weird things that I've encountered over the years, someone coming back from the dead in a good way, someone's body changing after great magic in a good way, never. So
So you think this is bad?
I think I don't know what to think, Mari. It's like everything in my experience tells me in 3 days' time, we either kill Teddy and Diota or they kill us.
I mean, I don't
point.
necessarily disagree. People coming back from the dead in Barovia isn't usually like good either. That's why we should burn the bodies if you can't.
I'm not saying that's
Plant
what
them
we
on
do.
hallowed
I'm saying
ground.
I'm seeing your alarmed reaction, and I'm not saying that's what we're doing. I'm saying in my experience, that's what happens.
Right.
So I'm stressed.
I'm just saying earlier you suggested cutting off my arm. So.
Well, would that help?
No!
Okay.
Mink does not look convinced that it wouldn't help.
Trying to cut off my arm! I
I mean,
need
if
it!
Please don't try to kill me.
I'm
If
not
only
gonna
because
try and kill you.
I think I like you guys, and if you tried, I think I might have to kill you first.
Oh, that's extremely
No
reassuring.
one's. It's not gonna happen unless it has to happen. I don't want to kill you at all. I'm just saying,
yeah.
this is not my. This isn't my first rodeo with weird magical effects,
and
and
to-
I'm
Right.
scared. I'm scared.
And this is
To be fair, I understand, Mink. I would agree with you that this, holding up their arm, is at best neutral. More likely, probably something bad. I just hope it doesn't get worse if I don't mess with the pendant anymore. Teddy? I don't know what to make of that.
I mean, I'm happy you're here, Teddy. I'm happy you feel good in your new quest. Question mark?
and
New?
he's not undead. Usually when people
No.
come back from the dead in Barovia, they're just undead.
This
and
is
you
true.
said he's not, so
He's not.
So, Marty, how are you doing?
Just go around the circle. We need drinking.
This is a bit of, you know, Barovia is a terrible place, and I typically expect that. But this is a bit much. I think I thought adventure would be fun, and this isn't very fun. I'm not having fun. I think we're going to die. I think that bringing Irina with us is going to attract the attention of the devil, and he's going to send minions or come himself to kill us. I think we're all going to die. And I think that might happen either way. Which isn't great. I don't really want to die, and I also just feel, very incredibly guilty about everything all the time, and I don't like that feeling and don't really know why I feel so guilty. I shouldn't. So I'm just not, I'm not having a good time.
What do you feel
But
guilty
maybe Mink
about?
is right, and we should just get some sleep and eat, and we'll feel better in the morning, and the sun will come out. I like it when that happens, and it will all be okay, right?
What do you feel guilty about?
Just everything.
What?
Everything.
You feel guilty about everything?
Just everything. Mm. It's okay. We all have to do what we have to do to survive, right? And you can't help the circumstances you're born into, or whatever. So we'll be fine. We'll survive somehow, I'm sure.
What are you talking about?
Surviving when the
No, the
devil is hunting us?
circumstances you're born into. Like, I was born into a big family that farmed. Those were the circumstances I was born
Right, but you
into.
only had 2 parents for some reason. So
Yeah,
weird.
that's true. Well, actually, for a lot of my life, one parent. So
Oh. What happened to your other parent, Mink?
ask me after I've had a few drinks.
You just don't really disclose.
I just.
Look, Mink has already taken his turn in the trauma circle.
Okay,
We're on your turn right now.
Mink didn't really share that much, though.
Why do you keep saying that? I told you that I'm scared. I told you that that's an emotion. I named an emotion. So did you. You said you're guilty.
Right.
You're now, I said I only had one parent. I was born to farmers. I farmed for most of my life, well, until I was a soldier. I encountered weird magical shit where people were killed and their bodies transformed and then I had to kill them. Like, what do you want me to say, Marty? Like, I've said a lot. And now you're the one being cagey. What circumstances?
What do you mean? I was born in a very normal village to
3 normal parents.
to 3 normal parents, and I had a large family, and most of them are still alive and healthy, and one of them maybe died a bit, but I'm sure that's not my fault. And she probably wanted to die anyways, so it's all okay.
You're not ready yet.
Okay, but before that, one, didn't really expect this to end up way down on the list of things that I'm worried about, and this is happening to me. But Lancelot, why are you a blink dog?
You can't just ask someone why they're a blink dog.
Maddie,
Lancelot, did you used to be a blink dog? You've been a blink dog the whole time.
I told you Lancelot teleported to get Teddy's body. We just glossed over it a bit on account of Teddy being reincarnated or something.
You were a blink dog prior to disappearing with Gertruda. Did anyone else...
Insight check on blink dog.
Did anyone else notice the dog paused for a hot minute there?
You can roll insight on the dog.
I'm gonna roll inside on the dog, but also I just wanted to say, like, I think Mink takes a breath and like looks at Marty and says, "Thank you, thank you. I'm sorry, got a little in your face there. I'm just pretty freaked out. I'm
Right.
sorry to hear about your sibling. That it's not easy losing family. I'm sorry."
Yeah. It's okay. We all die.
10
Some of
insight
us
on the
just kind
dog,
of
Debbie.
It's hard to read a dog, Elise.
Sorry, I did not hear the last thing Marty said.
Said it's okay. We all die. Some of us just kind of soon.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Teddy's pretty sure the dog is a fae creature, right?
We know that
Mhm.
he's. I
But-
don't remember why we know that, but we do know that he is.
No, we know that
Oh,
he's.
I have it written down.
We know that
Teddy
he's
did
a.
an Arcana check on Lancelot.
Yeah.
He's a fey creature, a blink
Right.
dog.
And Teddy thinks it might be a blink dog. Yeah.
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 But it's that.
Yeah.
And I think that Deota is well read enough that that would then line up for them. But everyone seemed very clear that the dog didn't used to teleport, which is what Deota's interested in.
Like Mary and
Yeah,
Who
Mary
said
was
that?
like, no, he's a dog. I'm like,
Yeah, but Mary's also not necessarily an adventurer and wouldn't know if a dog could teleport.
that's true. That's
And obviously isn't that observant because her child has been up to things without her knowing.
Lancelot doesn't teleport a lot. Has happened
He's-
once.
He's very
So-
discerning with his teleport times.
He's a smart little boy. Like Kenneth.
Can you hear
wah,
him?
wah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's really giving it a red hot go. Sorry.
So, Marty, I just had one more question.
Sure.
Why did you go so quickly from impressing upon us the very life and earth-shattering importance of never trusting anyone to telling us to take the dosed meat pies from the old woman?
She just seemed nice. She reminds me of some of my family.
Your family also sell dosed meat pies?
No. Wait, why are the meat pies dosed? What?
Right. Delta, you told because you did tell me, right? You pulled me aside.
But I
and
don't
said
think you
there-
told me.
Yeah, but I think all that Deota said to me in passing, like really quiet, was like, they're addictive. Cool. I'm gonna be like, yeah, let's go back to that because I did
Dosed
eat
with
that.
what? I did too.
I didn't get high or anything. Like what?
I feel
It's gonna
normal
happen
and
to me.
terrified.
They were laced with magic of some kind.
Do you
They-
know what's gonna happen to me?
It's
You
supposed
should
to
let
give
us
you
eat the pies if they're laced with magic.
It's supposed to give you lovely dreams.
What did you say, Lena?
Said, well, why did you let us eat the pies if they're laced with magic?
I didn't have a chance to stop you. You were chowing down, yelling at everyone else to eat, and Mink here just started eating before I could finish the
hungry.
spell. It took 10 minutes.
But okay, wait. So, Teddy, they're gonna give us good dreams?
That's okay then.
Ostensibly, I
That was what
still
she
have-
said they did.
I still
And they
have-
did. If you ate them last night, you did have lovely dreams.
We haven't
We
have
asked
have
to
to
him
make
that.
them today. We have
And
not.
never mind then.
Okay.
But
Okay.
the magic
doesn't
that
seem
I
that bad.
Yeah, that seems fine.
I
And she
don't.
reminded me of my family, and my family's really mostly very functional and quite nice.
I'm
So-
sure if we have further questions about the pies, we can visit her at her windmill on the way to Valakai.
Right. She reminded me of some of my aunts. My aunts are nice.
Right. Are you a witch? Do you come
Am
from
I?
a witch family?
I'm sorry.
Do you come from a
I-
witch family?
No.
They're witches. Insight. I need to know. I have such bad insight. Let's go. Come on, nat 20. It's a 15.
I forget, how do I handle this? I'm not used to having contested roles with players.
Technically
Do I
speaking,
make a roll or?
yeah, normally you would make a roll. The way
can
that
roll
you would
to-
often do it is you just roll a d20 and apply the mod for either deception or persuasion without telling us, because otherwise, if it's like I rolled
if you
deception,
say deception, yeah,
Oh, I
then
can
know
just
that
roll
you're
to
lying.
GM.
Yeah, you can roll to GM.
Yeah.
With, okay.
With the
I rolled a
appropriate.
17.
Okay.
Well, we know she's not rolling for telling the truth.
Persuasion can be telling the truth.
That's
Yeah.
true.
yeah, because it's
Yeah.
how persuasively can you
Yeah.
convince the other person.
Yeah.
And Mink, Murray looks you dead in the eyes and she's like, no, I'm not a witch. I'm not from a family of witches. And you believe her.
All right. Cool. Any other revelations
Any other
or
business?
we need to attend to? Are we I am excited to be sleeping in a bed tonight. This might be our last chance for a hot minute.
Especially since we're probably gonna die. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we can go down swinging if we do.
I'm excited to
Do you
sleep.
understand what a vampire is, Mink?
Yes.
Okay. Just, I don't know if you have them where you come from, and
Oh, there's stories.
we are tiny, tiny little bugs to vampires.
Yeah. But we'll get stronger, and then we will be big, big bugs to vampires.
Sure, that's like as rousing as you thought it would be.
What did you say, Teddy?
Just saying, I'm excited to sleep without being resurrected from the dead,
Yeah.
and apparently for the first time in 5 years.
Yeah, not in that house. That's
I'm gonna sleep
exciting.
with one eye open
I gotta feel
tonight.
weird for you, Teddy.
You look over, Teddy has nodded off.
Should we tie Teddy up while he's sleeping? Just in case?
I feel like this is a wisdom save for Mink. Poor Mink. So much drama in his life.
Jesus Christmas.
I'm literally rolling. Yes.
We should tie Teddy up?
I think
You
we
haven't
should.
had dinner yet, just for the record. You don't
Okay,
have to
should
have
we
one.
wake Teddy up and like, get dinner and then tie Teddy up
Yeah,
after dinner?
Yeah.
Okay.
And at that, unless there's anything else you want to discuss, Ismark will come upstairs and knock on your door and say, dinner's ready, sorry to disturb, and then he'll immediately go. So he obviously wasn't listening. He like walked up very loudly, knocked, told you the news, fucked off again.
I mean, he could have been listening and then just snuck away and then walked back really loudly.
Would you like to roll a fucking Ismark check? I don't know.
No, I wouldn't think that. I'm just pointing out that he could have been.
He could have been. He could have been. All right. Yes. Is there anything that you wanted to discuss with Irina and Ismark over dinner?
No, just silence.
It's silence.
Just
Dead silence at
awkward.
dinner.
So we leave. We go to bury your father in the morning and then depart immediately afterwards.
I mean, it's really up to you. You're welcome to go to the mercantile in town if there are any supplies you think you might need.
Oh, we should get food because apparently the meat pies we bought were bad, or were given for free. Were
Granny's
bad
meat
meat
pies?
pies. Yeah, Deota says they're bad. Do you think they're bad?
No, we don't.
Oh,
I don't think I've ever had them, but the people in the village seem to like them.
maybe Deota
think
just
they're-
misunderstood.
I think
I
they're
don't know.
magical. Anyway, maybe we can pick up something for Irina from the mercantile place
Yeah,
to wear that is not familiar to anybody, so that
right.
she'll be a little more disguised, because if it's like, oh, that's my signature purple cloak, we don't want that.
Right. Yeah. So tomorrow, first light, we bury the dad, and then we have a bit of a shopping, and then we have to wait and leave at first light so we can get as much light travel in. So we have to sleep another night here then.
You're more
Is
than
that-
welcome to.
Sound good?
You're saying sleep here 2 nights?
Yes.
Stay one more day after tomorrow. So tomorrow, prepare ourselves for the trip.
Yes. Yeah.
Is there nowhere else in town we could stay tomorrow night?
No, apparently we can't stay at the tavern.
It's not an inn.
Because it's a tavern, not an inn. You can tell by the spelling. Thanks, Kenneth.
Why don't you want to sleep here another night, Teddy?
Because this house has a recent history of being attacked by monsters.
Why
Oh, right,
aren't we
yeah.
leaving tomorrow? I mean, first
Because
light.
I don't want to waste light. If we're going to go shopping after we bury the dad, we'll have wasted a few hours of daylight, and we can only travel during the daylight.
No, we leave tomorrow. Right? We
I-
don't stay another night in the place where the bad guy knows that the object of his affections lives.
Look, we could, if you all go and bury the father,
It's true.
we
We could
could
split up.
put together a list. I or 2 of us can go purchase the supplies, and then we're ready. Ismark, how long would you anticipate the burial taking?
Oh, how long does it take to dig a 6-foot hole?
I have no
Couple
idea.
of hours?
It's not dug yet.
Yeah, I was
No.
like, you haven't dug it yet? You've had 3 days.
Yeah, why isn't it dug yet?
I could do without the berating, thanks, gang. My dad just died.
Okay, wait.
dad
Nobody
card.
answer. Debbie, how long does it take to dig a 6-foot hole?
A couple of hours.
Okay. A couple of hours to
Well,
dig
that
the
you know,
hole.
I will. Wait, what is my?
Debbie,
sorry.
is it summer or is it winter? Like,
In
how many hours
Barovia?
of daylight are we talking? Yeah, in Barovia.
Okay, well, Barovia, you don't get like Colorado fucking daylight. It's always grey. It's always cloudy. It's
Right.
like dim light, even in daylight. And Barovia is consistently year round getting, let's say, 10 hours of daylight a day. Pretty
Okay,
good.
so we wake up at first light. Well, we wake up before
Early.
first light. We leave the house at first light, dig a hole, and we still have 8 hours of daylight to travel. That's, I guess, reasonable.
Sure, nothing else is going to happen tomorrow.
You
Well,
said
that's
that.
the plan. We'll see what happens.
Okay, so any more planning or discussions tonight? Or do we want to go to bed? Have a
No.
nice dinner.
Dinner was great.
Yeah,
It was
thanks for dinner.
delicious.
Good.
You're
stew.
welcome. I made the bread myself.
Bread was great for dipping.
Yeah, it's really soaked up the juices of the stew nicely.
Anybody
Bread
want
dipped in
my
anything
crust?
runnier than bread is good.
Anybody want my crust?
Eat the crust, it'll make your hair curl.
I'll take the crust.
Oh, curly-haired mink, you see? All right, well, good night, you weirdos. Sleep well.
Good night. Teddy, we're just going to tie you up in your bedroom a little, okay?
Huh?
Teddy, we're just going to tie you up in your bedroom a little, okay?
No, I heard you. I was saying, huh, like what the fuck?
Teddy, we're just going to tie you up a little in your
Yeah, just-
bedroom.
I think it might just be the wisest option for, in case something else weird happens to you overnight.
We haven't done a night yet, right? Since
haven't
you
done a night yet.
reincarnated. We don't know what's going to happen. So
What
I think
were you
just
going
as a
to
little tying up.
reincarnate?
Just a little tying up as a treat, just in case something strange happens.
And let's hope a monster
You
doesn't get into
understand.
Teddy's room. Because he certainly can defend himself if
This
he's
is-
tied
Okay,
down.
This
I'll
is a-
sleep in Teddy's room to keep Teddy safe.
This is a terrible idea. We should not tie
No,
up Teddy.
Deota, yes, we should. We don't know what he's going to do in his sleep. We haven't done it yet.
Okay, so the options, it seems to me, are he turns into someone else new again. Whoop-de-fucking-do.
What if that
or
someone else new wants to kill us?
they can join the line. Or
Deota,
two,
I am trying really
he
hard to
suddenly-
survive.
turns into a corpse again, which, not all that concerning. Sorry, Teddy, I don't mean that as it wouldn't be traumatic.
Some
just...
corpses are concerning. Again, do y'all know what vampires are?
Just go to sleep.
Jota's gonna turn to
Can
Teddy.
we at least
If
lock
your door
Teddy
has a
in
lock,
his
I
room?
recommend using it.
Yeah, can we lock you in your... No, not for
Do you think
his safety,
Ismark's
for our...
house has a room with a lock on the outside? Like
Yeah,
a,
does it?
like a lock people in room?
That's,
'Cause that
that's
feels
more concerning.
bad. That feels bad.
That's big bad vibes.
Okay. You know what? This is an exercise in trust for you and me, Mari.
We have no reason to have any idea what's going to happen
Deota's-
while
goes-
Teddy's sleeping.
Nick
Deota's
goes to
walked
bed.
into their room and is just
Yeah.
casting alarm as a ritual.
There you go.
Am I the only person who wants to live here?
From
Sorry,
behind
Teddy.
their door, you're going to hear, I certainly don't want to live here.
I think I lost my mind for a minute, Teddy. I'm sorry. And then I'm gonna crawl into bed.
Mari's gonna stomp off to bed looking very disgruntled and lock her door so Teddy can't get in if he turns into a monster.
Well, if Teddy were to like stop you, would you stop if Teddy was like, Mari,
Sure.
was it Melanie died?
Yeah. It was Melanie.
I'm sorry to hear that.
She probably wanted to.
Hmm. You can tie me up if you want.
Thank you, Teddy. I'm gonna tie Teddy up.
There was a moment for Mari to be like, okay, it's fine.
No.
And Teddy will say goodnight to Mari and fall asleep tied to. What's he tied to?
Himself.
The bed.
I think he's just sort of like wrapped up.
Yeah.
Like in
Yeah.
a cartoon when they just make you into like a little cocoon of rope.
Okay. So I think this is a good point for us to take our break. But before we go into the break, did anyone already eat the pies? Yeah. Okay.
Mine is
And you-
long gone, hidden on the street somewhere.
Okay. Teddy, do you want to eat your pie? I mean, it's a bit difficult because you're tied up.
I
That's
could
true.
feed it to you.
Teddy would not have eaten the pie. No, he had dinner. The conversation was enough that it's not worth the risk. And he doesn't. He doesn't
Fine.
have like. Maybe if he was used to getting night's sleep and knows what like a regular night's sleep is for him right now, maybe he'd be interested in seeing what lovely dreams mean for him. But there are a bit too many variables going on right now for him to make it.
He's not
more
too bothered about it. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So, you still Teddy still has his pie though, or did you ditch it?
He still has it.
Okay, and Mink has half of theirs because each pie is 2 portions, and Marie also has pie left. Cool. All right. Let's have our break there. You can all have a lovely long rest. And we'll see each other in the morning.
Cool.
Probably. See you in a bit, everyone.
See you in a little bit, guys.
Yo. I can't get away with a yo. I'm not cool enough. Hello, everyone.
If you just committed, it would have been fine.
Yeah, right. It's like saying y'all. It feels like I've got a baseball in my mouth. Then it's not the way. It's not the way.
You got to get a little more in there, y'all.
Y'all. No. Anyway, welcome
A,
back.
not
Welcome
R. Yarl.
back.
The British don't know the difference.
It's not a sound that we naturally make. Okay. We're back. Yes. Hello. In the first half, we had conversations. We learned a bunch of stuff. We made a bunch of plans. And Irina is going to join our gang of, I don't know, adventurers, miscreants, mismatched people that definitely aren't going to try and kill each other. But the task this morning is to bury Dad. To bury Irina and Ismark's dad, Kolyan Indirovich. And there's a kind of somber air as you all kind of get up and get dressed and get ready. And you look out the windows and you see that it is extremely heavy cloud. The sun is not piercing through this cloud at all. It is quite dark outside.
Who's going to come in and discover that I transformed into a monster in this sleep?
Sleeping in your room to make
Teddy.
sure that you were safe. I was sleeping in there with you on the floor.
Teddy, do you want to make a strength check to break out through your ropes, given the transformation?
You slept in the You slept in there, Mari?
Yeah, I slept in there to make sure you were safe.
And you'll untie me in the morning.
Yeah, I'll wake up. Good morning, Teddy. It's so nice to see another morning. Although it's a really gray morning. But I'm sure today will be better. Mornings are always good. Mornings are the best. And I'll start untying Teddy.
Do we need to resolve anything about dreams, Debbie?
All right, yeah.
Those of you that ate pie had lovely dreams.
Okay.
They made you feel really good. They made you feel warm and wholesome, and you've awoken this morning with no ill or positive effects, just nice dreams. And you think, probably fine.
Teddy didn't have any dreams. He didn't have a vision of his father.
No, you had no dreams. You slept, and Murray, don't stress about this. You slept like the dead. You were out like a light. You slept for like 8 hours. You woke up in exactly the same position, partly because you were tied down. You had a really good sleep, and you feel amazing this morning, but you remember none of it.
Yeah.
What do I get when I do things in line with my quirk? My quirk is I like mornings a lot.
Oh, you can. What do you get?
We get
Let's look at the mechanics.
a good boy card or
good boy? I
inspiration?
think you should get a good boy.
Do I get one? Because I like my beds.
You like a bed. Okay, you can
I like
both
a
have
bed.
inspiration for leaning into your quirk. How's that?
Thanks. Love that.
Did anyone roll a natural 20 this morning? No, not yet.
We haven't rolled anything this morning. Oh, you mean
this day, this session, Elise.
Understood.
No.
I was
even translating from my day to your morning. I'm just that good a friend.
Mink is gonna sleep in if no one comes and knocks on his door.
Murray,
I'll wake you up. I'm a morning person. I wake up as soon as the sun, it's not even fully up yet. I'll knock on Mink's door. Mink, get up! It's morning. You've lived to see another day. Good morning, Mink.
No.
Mink.
Mink just moves over and this is not a come on. Very asleep, moves over and pats the bed, just get back in bed and goes.
Mink, we have to get up. We're wasting daylight. The sun's already almost way up. Okay. It's already almost over the horizon, Mink. We have to get going. Hustle. We need the daylight. Although the daylight's not going to be very helpful today because it's incredibly overcast. But hustle.
Okay. You want me to dig a grave today?
I guess that's what we're doing. Yes. I don't know why we're doing that.
Perfect weather for a funeral.
It's not raining.
Okay. Mink will roll out of bed.
And Mink, you'll be glad to know that Teddy let me tie him up, and nothing strange happened during the night. He seems. Right? I mean, I slept, but he seems normal.
I slept. Great.
Good. I'm glad. So glad you slept well.
Good dreams.
Yeah, I had great dreams as well.
That's
Maybe
probably
we
the
should,
pies, huh?
yeah, get more of those if it helps us feel better in the mornings.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I think that's the best sleep I've had.
Yeah.
All
Since
right.
I was
Period. Oh,
18?
Wow. How old are you now, Mink?
30?
I was waiting for
Oh, wow.
19.
32? I don't know.
So a long time. Yeah, we should definitely pick up some more pies on the way out of town. If they help us sleep, I mean,
33. I just looked at
From
my
from the hallway, you're going to hear Jeff's voice. That's a terrible idea.
they help us
I-
sleep, Deota.
I look at Marty and quieter. I'm like, I still got half of mine.
Nice, I do too. So that'll get us through a little bit at least.
Fucking idiots.
Oh yeah, so good. Okay, so you go downstairs. Is Mark and Irina addressed? Irina is wearing different clothes to those that she was wearing yesterday. Is Mark's like dressed the same in his practical garb. Irina is wearing like really nondescript clothes. And she says, I searched through my wardrobe and I found the things that I wouldn't normally wear. That are just kind of like regular old traveling clothes. These are like some of the stuff was my mum's. So maybe this will be all right to travel with. And I've got my breastplate on. Clang, clang.
Point of order. You're burying your father.
Mm.
You should probably dress sort of like you did yesterday and then change afterwards.
Gosh, you're smart, Deota. Okay. And she dashes back off upstairs and comes back down.
Can we also assume that if we're doing the split up to shop plan, that we can just talk about what people want to buy, like when I'm at the shop, but it's stuff we talked
Yeah.
about?
Well, you had that whole conversation last night, so I imagine you can have had a conversation last night.
I just
but
meant
I'm happy.
as opposed to trying to
Yeah.
wedge it into,
Right,
let's all
not
just talk
role-playing
about
it.
this
Yeah.
real
Plan.
quick. Be like, yeah, let's just,
Yep.
Yes.
what did people
Okay.
Pretty good. So who's going to the church and who's going shopping?
I'm definitely gonna help dig
I
because
am not strong.
I got the muscles.
Yeah, so are any of us strong, except Mink?
I think Teddy is.
Teddy's
somewhat.
not-
no,
strong.
Teddy's class-wise not strong. I don't know how we want to handle that because
Class-wise?
yeah. I mean, like,
Ability score wise?
yeah,
Okay.
that's what I mean.
Okay,
That was fine. I was
I'm
just
an
making sure.
8.
Yeah, you would not help. You'd be like Elise in real
Same.
life trying to dig a hole. 3 shovelfuls and I give
But
up.
Teddy would stay behind, but not to help dig the hole, just to talk to the priest. So I think Mink's got this.
Mink and Ismark are digging holes.
Digging a hole, I guess. So, Murray, are you going shopping with Deota?
Sure, if Teddy's staying with Mink, I'll go with Deota, so we're only in so we're 2-2 at least.
2-2, lovely.
And
Lovely.
well, and to be clear, Teddy will help. Teddy would help dig. Yes,
Okay.
that's fine.
Should we do the church first then, and then we can go shopping when we find out what's happening at the church? All right. So there's a map of the village. One moment, please. I'm just going to show you the map of the village so you can picture where things are. Okay, so hopefully you can see the village. Right at the bottom is where the Burgomaster's mansion is. It's the big house right at the south of the kind of main street. Yes, exactly where you pinged. And the church is exactly the other end of town, pretty much, right at the north. The thing that looks like a church with a graveyard. You see this? Lovely. Okay, so.
And where's the shopping? So where will Deota and I be while this is happening?
Oh,
Okay.
bloody hell.
It's
Hang
this
on.
one. It's this one. That I'm pinging.
Yes, it is that one. How did you remember that?
Nice.
Steel trap.
Rude. Okay. All right. So, the coffin is like, let's say, loaded up onto a wagon that is pulled by people, right? So Ismark and Mink and Teddy and Irina can kind of pull the little thing along, but it means that you don't have to carry the coffin. It's on wheels, so it's much less effort. And as the party proceed through the village to the church due north up the hill, you see a few villagers make a circular motion in front of their hearts as they dart away from the coffin. Is there anything that you'd like to do or talk to Ismark about on this short walk?
I would talk to Irina and tell her to stay close, and I would have I'm readying the action, I suppose, to cast protection from evil and good on her, should there be any sign of the appearance of the devil.
Right up.
So
And that's just going to be kind of like a permanently held, like I'm tense and ready to like smack her with that spell the minute I sense something evil in the vicinity.
Okay.
Teddy's keeping an eye out, trying to be observant for any threats. And he's got his hand on, I guess, his mace.
Okay, do you want to make an eyeball around check? Perception?
An IBA check.
Yep.
Can I assist?
EBA, surely.
Can I help? I'm pointing at things and being like, "What's that? What's that?"
Yeah, that's helpful. We're fighting I Spy.
I'm trying to give you advantage. Advantage.
Yes. Teddy can have advantage. So you can roll perception, Teddy.
21.
21. Okay. So, the village is quiet, but there's obviously people. They're just kind of trying not to get involved with the coffin or with the procession. It seems that there were a lot of kind of bowed heads and people making this circular motion in front of their hearts. But no one's kind of coming out to get involved. You see lots of like faces at windows and people in the town. It's obviously a populated town. And then as you get up towards the church, you see a raven sat right on the top of the church watching you. And as you approach, it flies away to kind of go backwards towards the graveyard.
We spotted 2 ravens watching us from a rooftop as we entered the tavern yesterday.
Ismark, do ravens, are they associated with the devil?
Everything is associated with the devil. I don't know. He has.
Like, should we try and shoot that raven out of the sky so it can't report back? Kind of.
And you can try if you want. I think it's probably just a bird, and we're all very on edge. The woods around here are quite populated with ravens and things. I mean, the devil is not known for only having ravens accompany him. It's more often bats and wolves and zombies and other vampires and things. So they could be his spies. They could not be his spies. Is that helpful? No, probably not.
No, but
You're welcome.
It is. I mean, if there was like a strong feeling among the locals of like, oh, the ravens, when you see ravens, it means he's coming, then like, yes, that would be helpful, right? So the fact that isn't the case.
Well, no. I'm just glad that we had the forethought to bring some of Irina's. Well, actually, no, this is great. So when Irina, the plan obviously is that when Irina changes.
Maybe don't say the plan out loud.
I'm saying it out loud. Adam is.
Oh, sorry. By all means.
That Ismark is going to put on Irina's clothes when he goes back to the house.
That is the plan, yes. Ismark is going to spend the next couple of days Irina-ing about the town.
Fabulous.
He's ready for it. Okay.
We love a queen.
Yeah. Ismark's willing to do anything to help his sister. Okay, so atop a slight rise against the roots of the pillar stone that supports Castle Ravenloft stands a grey, sagging edifice of stone and wood. So Castle Ravenloft sits right over the village of Barovia. It's close. This church has obviously weathered the assaults of evil for centuries on end and is worn and weary, but still intact. A bell tower rises towards the back, and flickering light shines through the holes in the shingled roof. The rafters strain feebly against their load. The heavy wooden doors of the church are covered with claw marks and scarred by fire. Ismark says, let's take Father around to the graveyard, and then we'll go get Father Donovich to conduct the funeral. So you nip round the back, pop the coffin down, and then go back round the front, knock on the door. No one answers. So Ismark opens it, goes inside, calling out, "Hello, Father Donovich. It's me, Ismark. I'm here to bury Father, as we discussed." He trails off, waiting for a response. And as he does so, whoop, you see the doors open to reveal a 10-foot wide, 20-foot long hall leading to a brightly lit chapel. The hall is unlit and reeks of mildew. 4 doors, 2 on each side, lead to adjacent chambers. You can see that the chapel ahead is strewn with debris, and you hear a soft voice within reciting a prayer. Suddenly, the prayer is blotted out by an inhuman scream that rises up from beneath the wooden floorboards.
Fog of War, I can't see anything.
Oh.
Sorry.
Also, if it'll be
Black.
important for stream to see anything, I can't see anything, so we could always drop.
That's because you've not got your tokens in this map, Galway. God. Oh, God. Hang on. How do I... This? Which bit do I drag? This bit? Is it your name that I drag? Hey!
Yes.
Oh, I mean, and I don't think there's a light source.
Yes, give me one moment, please.
Oh.
Oh, God. Is that better? Jesus Christ.
Yes.
All right, let's whack you all inside. Oh, wait, no. Deota's not here, but Deota is here.
Deota is just here for purposes of vision.
All right, we're going to move Mari over here. Over here. And Teddy's here. Boop. And you know who else is here? Ismark. And Irina.
Oh, actually, I can see without my token being there. I have vision through everyone else. I think it was everyone else wasn't in yet.
Oh,
so
yeah, I hadn't done this bit. I apologize. There we go.
No worries. But for less confusion, my token, then I just pop myself off the map. So.
Okay. Can you see this guy? Is he on the right layer? Yeah, cool. All right, cool. After a moment, the praying ceases, and this little man, this portly man, appears at the end of the hallway in the chapel. His skin is very pale. He has dark circles under his eyes. He's wearing priestly vestments in black with a sun motif over his heart. His voice is hoarse and weak. "Oh, Ismark, was that today?" Another inhuman screech cuts through the peace of the chapel. He motions you outside as he walks down the hall, out the front doors.
Are we just ignoring the inhuman screeches?
Do you say that to Donovich?
After I guess the second screech.
Yeah.
Well, I've been praying over my son. He's the cause of the ruckus. He is in need of some help from the Morning Lord.
Why? What's going on?
What? Why don't we first bury the late burgomaster, and then I can go back to praying over my son.
He's
So
not
you
gonna like turn into a monster and attack us while we're burying.
No, he's not going to turn into anything.
You said
Okay.
he's in need of some help from the what?
The Morning Lord.
Like the Dawn Father, I presume. You've got the sun on your. Or like, oh, what do they call him in this? Lightbringer. What's his
The
name?
Morning Lord.
The Morning Lord. Oh, okay.
The god that we worship.
Yeah, like the god of the sun.
Sure.
Wow, Ismark said you were lovely.
I'm extremely tired, and I'm dealing with my son having some issues.
You want some
Shall we
pie?
go? Hmm?
You want this pie?
No, thank you. I'm not hungry at this time.
I look at Ismark. I'll
Let's
follow his lead here.
yeah, let's go bury my father.
Okay.
That's what we're here to do, after all.
Okay.
Okay.
So we go through the church.
You can't go out the back. There's no door out the back. You have to go out
Oh.
the front and round.
Okay.
So whoop wop, whoop wop. Whoop wop, whoop
Yeah.
wop. Whoop wop, whoop wop. Okay. There is a patch that's been marked off and a kind of temporary wooden gravestone in place. And Donovich gives you shovels to dig a grave, and he pitches in and gets to helping dig, which Irina and Ismark both do as well. Do both of you want to help?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
helping.
Teddy will channel his energy into digging. It'll feel good.
Yeah. So it's not cold, it's not hot, but you do work up a sweat digging a wide enough, deep enough hole for the coffin. You need to go kind of 6 foot down. And then strong ropes are laced underneath the coffin, and it is lowered into the ground by all of you together. And as Irina and Ismark begin to put the dirt back on top of the body, Father Donovich starts reciting final rites, and a slow rolling mist collects in the woods beyond the far fence of the graveyard.
I think that's enough for Mink to put protection for good and evil on Irina.
Okay.
I'll put it in the chat. I cast the spell. I will mark the spell slot, and here it is in the chat. So 10 minutes concentration. One willing creature has protection against aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. Grants several benefits. They have a disadvantage on attack rolls. Target can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed, etc.
Okay. Would Teddy and Mink both like to roll perception checks for me?
Sure.
Four.
19.
19. So, as you cast this spell, Teddy, right at the back edge,
Spell.
Mink, my sincerest apologies, right at the back edge, so further away than that looks on the map, in the cover of the trees, outside the fence that is the edge of the graveyard, that's probably the hallowed ground. You see a dark silhouette of a tall humanoid man standing in the mist, his head bowed as if in respectful prayer. And Donovich reads the following prayer over the body. in his. I'm not going to do it in his croaky voice because it hurts my voice to do it. But imagine that it's in Donovich's croaky voice. He says, "O Dawn Master, support this soul in his last hour. By the strong arms of thy brightness and the fragrance of thy consolations, let thy shining mercy pour over him, and let thy own body be his food, and let thy glorious Chanticleer and our own dear patrons smile on me, that in and through them, although he may die, as we desire to live in thy arms, in thy faith, and in thy love." And he scatters some holy water on the grave as it's filled in. And he turns to you, Teddy, recognizing a cleric, and says, "Is there anything that you would like to add, brother?"
Yes, it's gonna be just murmur another variation of the prayer that you prayed the night before.
Lovely. And this time, although Irina and Ismark last night were upset by the prayer and the ritual, today they seem still obviously grieving for their father, but at peace. And it seems that neither of them have noticed the figure. But as the kind of ceremony comes to an end, Ismark puts his arm around Irina's shoulders and turns her to walk away back round the side of the church. And Mink, if you're watching the figure, he seems to silently pay his respects to the burgomaster, but he doesn't interfere. He doesn't make any move to enter the graveyard. And once the funeral is concluded and Donovich and Ismark and Irina walk away, he disappears into the mist again.
Did I get a good enough look at his face to describe him?
No, you couldn't really see his face. You could see kind of a dark silhouette. There's not enough light, and he was kind of, there's mist and there's a forest and such.
Okay. And the mist recedes?
Yep.
And it doesn't come back anywhere else. It's not waiting for us on the other side of a...
No. No, now it's just cloudy again.
Okay, well, I will come up to Ismark and tell him what I saw. Just as a, like, be on your guard, or do you know who that might have been? But not like, I'm not seeing anything else, but just like, let's be careful.
I don't know, but I imagine that was the devil.
Why would
coming
he...
to watch us put our father to rest.
Okay. Great.
You hear another inhuman scream.
Donovich, and I gesture at Teddy, my companion and I, between us, have some capacity for healing and purging of disease. Is there nothing we can do to help?
I'm not sure. I'm doubtful of how much you could assist my son, but if you promise not to harm him and you will try to help, then I will take any help you can offer.
What is the nature of his affliction?
First, will you promise not to harm him, and then I shall tell you the story.
Define harm.
You know what harm means.
Okay. If he's beyond healing, the best thing we can do for him is stop him from becoming something that will hurt others. Does that count as harming to you? I think that's helping.
If you take my son away from me, that is harming him.
If your son is already gone, then we're not taking him away, if that's the case.
My son is still here.
Then we'll help him.
Then I will take you at your word that you will help and not harm my son. Why don't we cut to the shopping team before we deal with that?
Yeah.
All right, friends, hang on. Oh my god, this is so exciting having a split party. Do we have a shop? Let me see if there's a map. I don't know if there's a map for the shop. What's it called? What's it called? I wish I knew. Castle Ravenloft? No.
Doesn't sound right.
I don't think you've got a map, friends. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But that's
We shouldn't
that's
need
fine.
one, right? We're not gonna fight.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So. Diota and Mari break off from the procession as it goes past Bildrath's mercantile. The sparse light from this building spills out from behind drawn heavy curtains. A sign over the door, creaking on its hinges, reads Bildrath's mercantile. You want to go in?
Yeah.
No.
Oh. All right. You see, kind of behind a counter, a large male human. And he says, welcome to Bildrath's Mercantile. Here we have anything that you may need, although some things that you might not. Ha ha ha. How can I help you today? I am Bildrath.
So
What do we need?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what were people wanting to have bought?
Travel food.
Rations.
Yeah, rations. Just
We know it's supposed to be about 3 days to the next town. So, like, maybe a week's worth of rations for everyone?
Yeah.
And healing potions, magic items, if they have any.
I was going to say, then there's sort of the shopping past there, but was anyone, like, specifically looking for something like a weapon or armor or any, like, specific magical things? Or was it sort of like cloaks, tinder, maybe?
I badly need better armor if you're going to keep the cloak of protection, which I'm not sure makes sense because I don't think you're going to be getting in close combat very much, but I need better armor badly.
But you're with me, so that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm never gonna say no to like a +1 weapon or anything like that.
Okay, but not like a specific, this is a dire need.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, a magic weapon is always a good lookout for someone who's melee, because once we start encountering things that have resistance to bludgeoning and piercing, which is going to be like everything after a level, but we can just keep our eye out for that in perpetuity.
As you look around, you see that this is a kind of general store that doesn't seem to have a great deal of stuff in terms of weapons or armor around. And Ismark will also have given you a small pouch of gold to facilitate your shopping for his sister.
Or for us.
Okay, so we have 5 people, counting her. A week's supply each would be 35. Maybe cut it down to 30 so that we're each carrying like 6 days of rations, which is theoretically double the time we need. Do they seem to have any potions or other more adventurous supplies?
If you ask Bildrath if you have any armor, he says no. If you ask if he has any potions, he says no, but I have a healer's kit if you'd like it.
think I already have one of those. Let me check. I usually buy one. Oh, I don't. We could potentially use that. So the three of you have magical stabilization for people, but I guess if all three of you went down, I would have a way to stabilize you.
Nothing wrong with having a healer's kit on hand.
Yeah.
Do you have perhaps some some good cloaks for traveling?
I
Maybe
can offer you
magic?
traveler's clothes,
That-
which would include a nice travel.
Sounds about right.
Yes.
And packed rations?
Yes. I can offer you rations packed for per the day. How many would you like?
30?
That's quite a lot. Where are you off to?
Just wandering.
Okay. Well, the rations will be they're 5 gold each, so that's 150 gold.
That's a lot of money.
5 gold for rations?
Well, if you want it badly enough, you'll pay for it. There's no competition in the village.
Really?
Can I try to negotiate this down?
You can roll
What roll would that be? Persuasion, probably, right?
or intimidation if you want to try and
I'm
threaten him.
not gonna try to threaten him. Okay, persuasion. I rolled a 23.
I don't usually negotiate. How about this? You can have it for 4 gold per ration. What a bargain.
No, that's a terrible bargain.
It's 120 gold for all your rations. You're welcome.
Okay, hold up. How much rations do we each actually have on hand? I have 5.
I probably have some.
We probably
in
would
my
have taken
piece pack.
stock before we left.
I
so-
have
Yeah.
8.
So it's a total of 14. No,
13.
13.
I have 2 days worth of rations.
So
15.
2.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Irina can pack enough. Irina can pack like a week's worth, 7.
Like,
So
out
that
of materials on hand.
Put us to 22.
We look.
22.
22.
Yeah.
I have
and
10 days of rations in my explorer's pack.
so it puts us to 32 across 5 people is 6 days of rations. Yeah, I'm not inclined to spend 120 gold.
How much
When-
for the
I'm
traveler's
inclined to
clothes?
kill this man, but I'm not. Mari wouldn't do that.
Traveler's clothes are 20 gold each.
And we're done.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, we can repurpose some of Ismark's clothes for her.
She has the set.
Right. Also,
Sure, yeah,
I have a
she's-
spare set of clothes, I think. Maybe. I thought I got one for my background. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Okay.
Never mind.
So shopping was a bust. It's very
Yeah,
expensive in
fuck
this
this
town.
guy.
Um,
So he doesn't have
as-
anything like armor, magical, cool stuff. I know it'd be ridiculously expensive, but he doesn't have anything cool. Just ridiculously expensive rations.
Oh my god. Would you like to give me a perception check?
Sure.
And Chelsea makes a good point in the chat. Pies would be cheaper.
Yeah, we can go get more pies. They made
No.
us sleep good. Oh, I
Chelsea,
rolled a
you ruled.
2.
You see a
Spiders. We stared at spiders.
ring that's really pretty, but it's not a magical item. You're like, oh, maybe I want that.
on
Okay.
the
I'm good.
way out of the store,
Oh yeah.
I want to like on a shelf, like right. I'm assuming there's like shelves right by the door.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Mhm.
just gonna just sort of poke with my fingertip some given tiny object at random.
Yeah.
It now is continuously emitting the scent of like just fetid rot.
Oh. Oh, do you smell that? Has one of
It's
you?
your-
Ugh,
it's your
that's
personality.
Foul. Oh, no. I'm a nice guy.
I'm leaving.
Ugh. Okay.
By the way, it is continuous.
Continuous. Okay. Well, you hear him complain about it. Is that for the rest of his natural life?
Until I choose to end it, yeah.
Awesome. Poor guy. Okay, cool.
Shouldn't have charged $20,
Well, that
20
wouldn't-
gold
yeah.
pieces for clothes.
That's insane. He's not doing any business. Like, there's no one in town who has any money, right? So, like, he's
And
not.
now
doing
there's going to
this.
be absolutely no one who's willing to go into that store. The
Yeah.
front of his store just smells like bodies
You
in
think
a
he
bog.
probably you think he probably trades with the Vistani, and that's probably quite profitable for him. So he doesn't need to trade with adventurers, which is why he makes it so expensive. And he knows that adventurers don't have very many other options in this area. So if you want something badly enough, you'll pay for it.
But we didn't want it badly enough.
I got that. I got that.
Now-
All right.
And now
so,
his place of business stinks.
yes, it does. Yes, it does.
It already did.
All right.
I love
So that
magical
whole
tinkering.
exchange probably didn't take that long. So if Murray and Diota want to arrive at the church,
Yeah.
around about
Yeah.
now, I think that would be fine.
Sounds good.
Okay. So there's Murray. Diota, do I need to drag you back onto the map again? Beep, boop,
Yeah.
beep, boop, boop, boop. Okay. Delete. Diota. Poof. There you are. Do you want Graboa? Yes,
I can
always.
pull Graboa.
Poof. Done it. Now you've got 2 Graboas. Oh my god. It's too many Graboas. Okay. So Doru agreed to show you his son because you agreed not to harm him. Mink.
Did I? That's not what
That's-
happened. That's
is-
um
Pretty sure that is what happened.
no, Mink never said I will not harm this thing. He said if it
Okay, well that's what Donovich heard. Donovich heard that you wanted to help his son.
yeah, if Donovich's
alright.
son is still here, I will do my best to help his son. That is what Mink said.
Okay. Okay. So, Donovich will tell you the story. He says, well, some years ago, the devil Strahd took an interest in Doru, my only son, and he was chosen some years ago to become one of Strahd's consorts. He has several. Doru was taken by Strahd, but after a unhealthy transformation, had a moment of clarity because he is still himself, and he managed to escape Strahd and return to me in the hope that the Morning Lord could cure him of his affliction. He has been here now for a few days, or a few weeks. He has fully consented to what we're trying to do. He is imprisoned in the church's undercroft, and he was insistent that he never be allowed free to drink blood and become the monster he so despised. I have failed as yet. I've not had any success in saving my son, but I will continue to try, and I welcome your assistance. Strahd has visited a couple of times, but he cannot enter the hallowed ground. But he has delighted in my son's suffering. He sees it as an adequate punishment for Doru's escape.
Giota has sort of walked up during this. Just, what the hell happened to just burying the Burgomaster?
Well, there were a couple of inhuman screeches.
And you hear another one at that exact moment.
That's the third.
Yeah,
Well,
okay, that's
Debbie, can you show us what the inhuman screech sounds like?
Yeah, the mic is not.
The mic
picking
didn't
up.
pick you up.
Because it's inhuman. The mic's only calibrated to human.
Well, mics don't pick up vampire screeches,
Oh yeah, okay.
so that was
True.
perfect.
And mirrors don't pick up vampires' reflections either. Microphones and mirrors are very closely related.
Yeah, closely related.
Mhm.
So here's what I can offer. I can offer to try to purge disease from him. That is something I can do through divine magic. I don't think it will work because I don't think this is exactly a disease. I can offer, I believe, a lesser restoration, which I also think is not going to be strong enough for what you need. But those are the two things I have on tap that I can give. I don't know what Teddy has.
Well, I have
Cure vampirism as a spell? That would be helpful.
Teddy has green smoothie of greater restoration, which greater restoration does
That's a
remove,
lot.
does undo a debilitating effect.
Greater restorations are pretty powerful things. I don't know though.
And that was something that we got
One
that
curse.
from, yeah,
Does
we got
specify a
that
curse.
from, it was alchemical. Like we got ingredients
Yeah.
and I mean, yeah. Well, we made this, and based on my knowledge of the ingredients we used, this concoction could potentially help Doru.
Do you want to make Arcana or a medicine check, Teddy, to see if your assumption is
I can help with that.
you definitely can, yep.
We're doing an advantage.
Yep.
Yes, advantage. So that's a 22 with advantage. So you think, and it's a bit difficult to know because the magic in Barovia is fucky, but you know that in where you're from, in the Feywild and in the realm that you have also been to and were traveling through before you ended up here, Greater Restoration would work. But you think here, because the magic is a bit fucky, you think that if someone had recently been bitten and turned, Greater Restoration would work. But you think Doru's been a vampire for several years, and you do not think a Greater Restoration would remove that curse and return him to alive or death.
Wait, several years? I thought he just got back a few weeks ago. Oh, but he was there
He
for
was
a long
with
time.
Strahd for several years. Yes.
Okay.
So if a greater restoration, I mean, then what does that leave us with?
I'm not sure there's anything we can do except, I mean, could Mercy kill him?
But also,
a wish spell. I mean, that's the
right.
But also, how common is it for like a person afflicted with vampirism to demonstrate
resist
such great kind of force of will in escaping, wanting to escape the master and wanting to be, restrained and so that people are safe. Teddy's inclined, Teddy, I guess that's my question. Is that quite uncommon? Is that notable?
Are you asking Debbie, or are you asking Donovich, or are you asking?
I'm asking you as the what Teddy would Teddy have a sense of his
understanding? A
understanding?
history check?
Yeah.
Can I either also do that or assist? Because I would probably know some stuff about this.
Definitely. And Lena, Marie, because you are from Barovia, you can have advantage.
Okay. We both got 16s.
Okay. So I'll give each of you information that will be slightly different because Teddy, yours won't be Barovia specific context. So Teddy, you think, although based on meeting Irina and Irina's description of Strahd's powers, Strahd has the ability to kind of subsume or control someone's own desires and wants. You don't think that is infinite, and you don't think it's necessarily across every single person that he meets at all times. There is a level of free will that still exists. And so you think it wouldn't be impossible for somebody to break free of that. Now, in this particular world that we live in, you don't know how powerful Strahd is in terms of how often that would happen. Marie, you do know that Strahd takes a lot of consorts. He likes having people around that are like more powerful than regular vampires or zombies or whatever. He's constantly gathering people to his cause, and the attrition rate is 0. Whether that is through like them escaping and him killing them, or whether that is through adventurers killing them. He has lost some in the last 100 years or so. So you don't think it is completely incredible and worthy of celebration that Doro has broken free, but you think it is the sign that he has like stronger character than some people. Some people will just be subsumed by Strahd and will stay there. And you think the reason that Doru hasn't been killed is because Strahd is enjoying punishing Donovich by having his son living under the church suffering.
Okay. I'll share all of that with the group, probably in whispers, so Donovich doesn't hear it.
So, would you like to meet my son? Would you like to go and see him and see what can be done?
I'm not sure there's anything that can be done. This is
Okay.
I
Well-
will meet your son. Sure.
Mink
Thank
sits
you,
down on
brother.
the steps because he knows better than to go down there.
Oh dear.
I'll go with you,
Okay.
Teddy. If you need to see this for yourself.
Okay. All right. One moment,
Also, your
please.
son is like restrained somehow, so he can't attack us.
Yes. Well, he was restrained when I put him down there.
3 weeks ago,
It's a while ago, yes.
and you haven't checked on him since.
I have, and he didn't come close enough for me to see, which suggests that he's still tied in the corner.
Okay.
Are these little pillars or?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be holding my silver sword casually at my side,
Cool.
ready to raise it in front of me to, block somebody.
Cool. Would you like to share this map?
I also do not appear to have sight.
I
Oh
do,
no, I
but
do. I couldn't find myself. I lost myself.
I'm
I don't
ironically not there. And also, sight is an
You
interesting
said
word.
you're not there. You're not there. No, sorry, I grabbed the wrong
Yeah.
person. Fuck off, Mink.
Well, don't take me off because I want to be able to see something.
No, you're back up. You said you were sitting down on the steps, so Teddy's
I
over
am,
there.
but okay. It's just that I would like. Okay, at least I can still see the,
All right.
the map.
I'll put-
It's just.
You want to go over here? I'll put you.
I mean, I can drag myself around. It's not a problem. But I'm just the interactive fog of war thing where it's like making these weird shadows from these pillars is not awesome for me. I don't like it. It is awkward to my life. I don't know if that is
I don't know how to turn it off.
fair enough. It's weird. It's like these weird shadow bar things that are like you can't see around
And
them.
they move. They move if you move your thing. Like they rotate.
Yeah.
It's very bizarre, yes.
Okay.
I would probably be Debbie. Do I think that silvered swords affect vampires more than normal swords?
What would that roll be?
I have no idea.
Intelligence, survival.
I guess because it's about monsters.
Survival seems right to me.
Yeah. I got a 6.
You no clue. You don't know.
Okay, cool. Well, in case they do, I've got to be in front of Teddy, just, you know.
Where are Irina and Ismark in all of this?
They do not want to get involved. They are going to stay with Donovich and comfort him.
So he's not going.
Debbie, are you playing battle music? This sounds like battle music.
I mean,
Donovich is going to go with you. What's your marching order? Who's going first? Do you want Donovich to go first?
Yes, and then I'm in front of Teddy because I have the silvered sword.
I'll come to the top of the stairs, but I won't go down the stairs.
Give me 1 second to
Keep
check
my
on one
friends
thing.
yell.
Yep.
Okay.
This is bad, y'all.
I'm sure he's still tied up.
Certainly, when Teddy agreed to meet him, some of the impression that it was a bit more controlled than this music is suggesting.
All right.
We could just leave. The music has alarmed us.
If I'm gonna go with them.
Okay.
I'm leaving Lamdea with
Is that the creepy face thing?
Yeah. I'm leaving that with the 2 upstairs.
Lovely.
3, because I'm staying upstairs, because I know if I go down here, I'm probably just going to kill this guy.
Well, but
which might be what we're doing anyway, so you can run downstairs.
But like,
I'll
you're
stay
at
at the
least
top of the stairs because
you're at
I'm
least
trying to
on
be nice.
the stairs as opposed to wherever the Irina and Ismark are standing.
Yeah.
I mean, and all Teddy is really interested in doing is like, he basically wants to. He's going to give.
So can you move me into the pit?
Yes.
He's going to give Doru / Donovich the Greater Restoration concoction, and he wants to say to both of them like something if when the opportunity presents itself. But like, Teddy is not looking for a handshake.
Yeah. Should we keep that Greater Restoration? Because it's not going to do any good here. And
I mean, what Teddy wants to. I mean, Teddy, like, it's like, yeah, maybe, but like, and even though it just sucks, and it's like, if anything could potentially help, it would be this. And Teddy would also.
Teddy wants to believe there's still hope in Barovia and try.
And Teddy would give them the the recipe, would tell them how to make this, like, so that they're equipped to, like, you know, if this doesn't work, maybe you can make a more powerful version of it.
Greater Restoration.
Like, this is the best thing that we have to offer.
I mean, you might as well, if we're going to give it to him, we might as well give it to him and see what happens, right? Like, it not just, like, hand it off and walk away, but, like, fully
but maybe Donovich can feed it to him, and we'll stay over here on this side of the room.
Okay. So the trapdoor is opened. I haven't described how you got to this place because it doesn't really matter. It's under a trapdoor that was chained, blah, 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 blah. And Donovich will go in first, and then Murray, if you'll follow, and everyone else can kind of stay at the top outside the trapdoor. Donovich will have the Greater Restoration potion. And pretty much at the moment that the trapdoor is opened, Donovich steps in and you don't see anything. There's like nothing going on, nothing moving, and Donovich is like, Doru, I have something that may help you. And at that moment,
oh boy.
As a quick note, I'm probably up near the top with you, Mink. But I'm intermittently flicking between my senses and Lamdia's senses so that I can keep a watch on the 2 back in the church.
Okay. Doru appears here and will, surprising literally no one, will attempt to grapple Murray.
But I'm on the stairs, aren't I?
Mm-hmm.
I guess
Mm-hmm.
he can still reach me.
They're just like stone stairs. They don't have a rail, so he's kind of reaching up
Oh.
at your ankles to kind of pull you
This
down.
is really unsafe. They should have railing.
Yeah. So
Who designed these stairs, Debbie?
But
Yeah,
when
who
you
designed
say
these
to
stairs?
the surprise of no one, that means literally we're not
no,
surprised.
you
we're
the
prepared
players
for
are not
it.
surprised. Your characters are for sure surprised.
What? Okay, Debbie, I don't think our characters would be. Like, we know there's a vampire down here. We know that he's probably not tied up anymore, based on what Donovich has said. We know.
And
I don't
weapons
think.
ready.
Yeah, we have.
Nobody
I have my
said-
weapon ready to defend us if we are
I
attacked
did
at any
say.
moment.
Lena said I have
did
my
say
silver
that.
sword out. I'm
Yeah.
going first.
Yeah.
But you didn't see Doru here because he stealthed over and he got a really fucking good stealth roll. So I think you are expecting something to happen that means you can have your weapons out and you're not fully bum rushed, but you didn't expect it to happen exactly at that moment, and therefore you are surprised.
Well, I mean, it's also he's doing this grapple thing, and then it's normal initiative.
Yeah.
Correct.
So,
Right.
Marie, does a 12 hit you?
I don't remember. I don't think so. Go away. We need to have a chat about that cloak. My AC is 14, so no, it doesn't hit me.
So you're fine. No problem. Chill out, everybody. But I think that's probably where we can leave it for today.
Oh, are we rolling initiative or are we not?
Yeah, you absolutely can roll initiative. Let me just check that the initiative tracker is clear. Yes, it is. Please feel free to roll. You're in it.
Oh my god, I fumbled.
Uh-oh.
I'm moving I'm moving myself just so I can actually know who I'm rolling.
Yeah, you're good. You'll be pleased to know that Doru rolled a natural 20.
Debbie, how do you play fumbles? Am I just at the end of the order, or do I miss my first turn?
I think you're going to miss your first turn.
Okay, I'm gonna burn my
Oh.
inspiration to reroll.
Why is Lance... Hang on, I don't think turn order was cleared.
Yeah,
I think it was. It looked
It was
cleared
empty
up.
when
It looked
I-
that way to us, but it may not have looked that way
Yeah.
to Debbie.
No.
I didn't realize it could do that.
That's fine, that's
well,
fine,
my
that's fine.
my new one is 8, which is at least not a fumble.
Okay, that's fine. I can... Diota, what was your number? 11?
Yeah.
Marie was 8. Mink, you were 12. Eddie, you were 21. Fucking boss. Alright. Oh, okay, so Lancelot's not here. Fine. Nobody said you were
Where is
getting
Lancelot?
He's probably hanging with his marker. He might be back at the house having a little rest. He's had a busy few days.
I guess, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to draw a bad boy card for Doru's natural 20. And that's where we'll leave it for today.
I feel like Donovich was kind of goober.
Yeah. We should have just led with either killing this kid or walking out. At least we can waste the greater restoration.
Strategically, at least that makes sense, and also like character-wise, I think this makes sense. Like, I think this is like Teddy doesn't want to believe yet that there's absolutely no hope in Barovia and that we're fucked with everything.
I
think the grinding us
agree.
down, like this makes like more and more we'll make decisions in line with we've been ground down, but we're still we're not ground down yet.
Oh, fun stuff.
Righty. Oh, thanks everybody.
Whoop, whoop. Okay.
Whoop,
Yeah,
whoop.
so good job everyone. You're alive. We are scheduled to play again next Saturday, I think, the 20th. That's
That
exciting.
sounds correct to me.
I think so.
Yeah. So, we'll pick up right there with this nonsense that we've just walked into. Sorry, gang. There's a vampire. Join the Discord, !Discord, to get updates and announcements on what we're up to if anything changes. A big thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care of yourselves and drink some water. A goodbye.
Bye.
Bye bye.